G'day guys, I just wanted to talk about the best Gameloop settings for me and how go about changing things to help smooth the game out of crashing, glitches, the shoot bug that I've experienced in the past and how I've fixed it. I'll start with, first you need to open Gameloop, go to Task Manager, click the drop down here, Gameloop, right click and go open file location. And then if we right click on the app market, go properties, go to the compatibility tab, we've got to make sure that disable full screen optimizations is ticked. Pretty important. Then we want to go to change high DPI settings. Actually, we want to change it for all users, so we go here. So this should be ticked. And then we want to also tick high DPI scaling override. Click here, so click the tick, and set it to application if it isn't already. Then go apply. Now we can close out of that. Go to Gameloop, go to settings. Starting here, this should be all ticked. This is run a startup. Well, you don't have to have that ticked, but a hide watermark, Google installer. And if we go over to engine, we go to smart mode as far as the rendering goes. So the reason I select smart mode is that it basically uses what is best for the machine. Then we want rendering cache. Basically, that's just about rendering and choppiness in gameplay. Force global render cache. It's to do with a similar thing of the. And what's next? We've got prioritize dedicated GPU. So you only want to tick this if you actually have a dedicated GPU. If you don't, then you don't want to tick it. And a lot of other people say don't tick rendering optimization, but I have anyway, just in case, especially with smart mode. If it's using OpenGL, then you need to have that ticked anyway. So for anti-analyzing, I select close. For memory, I select auto. In the past, I've selected 4 gig, but I've experienced choppiness with that, so I found that setting it to auto will just use as much as it needs. And the same with processor. Pretty much identical. So all my screens are 1080p, so run at a 1080p resolution, so the resolution matches. And because I've got a pretty good GPU, it can handle this no problems. And the next one is what a lot of people fall over with. I'll see a lot of people recommending 240 DPI when they're using 1080p, but this is incorrect. I'll display here a graph with what DPI you should be using with your resolution. Yes, and finally, I've got this set to 720p. I could probably set this to 1080p, and I have in the past without any problems. So even if I change it to smooth and 1080p, this will still run perfectly fine. Let's reboot that now. So take a look at my graphics settings. I have it set to high and very high, and I have depth of field, bloom, move time shadows, ragdoll, and anti-analyzing all turned off. This is just going to put more stress on the GPU or CPU and cause frame drops. If you're experiencing any frame drops at this point, I recommend dropping your graphic quality, and then if you're still experiencing it, then dropping the frame rate until it's stable. So at these settings, I don't experience any sort of frame dropping at all. I do not no longer experience any crashes, and I don't experience the shooting bug or the ADS bug where you can't fire. That pretty much wraps it up, guys. So if you have any further questions, please leave a comment in the comments section. If this has helped you at all, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers.